And also, there's one other one actually inside there. So while tonight though that's going actually on, I'm gonna light it, and hopefully people will be able to tune in. Again, though, it's for everybody that's actually watching tonight. Type in your questions live actually underneath YouTube. We do not judge at all. We're here for you guys. Again, we meet every single Friday night. And for those that missed last week's, you guys can catch that back actually underneath YouTube. And that's why we've switched back actually to YouTube, so that you guys can take part and be able to watch. So, and how's Mom doing though?
Mom's doing great. Yesterday was her birthday.
Yes.
92.
That is wonderful. Wonderful.
And she's still driving.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and what was that though? What was that though that you were saying to me yesterday while we were chit chatting? Something about your mom, about her age. She wants to feel young.
Oh, my mother says she may grow old. No. How does she say? She says it a little bit different than I do. I always say I may grow old, but I refuse to grow up. And hers is I may, but I refuse to get old. She refuses to get old. And she does have a great attitude about life. She's been through a lot. She's lost both of her parents, of course. Yep. She lost a daughter. The daughter was only 15, my sister.
Yeah.
She's lost her husband, but she's also had a lot of good things. She's seen great grandchildren.
Yes.
And it was kind of neat. She called up, her one granddaughter, Heidi, who does have children, called up, and she heard in the background Lily, who is only 4 years old, saying, "Happy birthday, Grandma."
Aww.
So she was just over the top.
Yep.
So
that is so cool. That's so cool. It's like, gosh. Yeah, but it's always good to have parents around. Parents though have gone through a lot, like what you were saying. Even though that we think though that we've gone through a lot, they've gone through much more.
I have to tell you this story. You'll love it. My grandmother, her mother, lived to the age of 99. Now, this was on her 95th birthday, and I was sitting there with Grandma, and I said, Grandma, you have seen so much history. You have watched people go from using horse and buggy to walking on the moon. You've seen television. You've seen all these wonderful things. What's the best thing that happened in your lifetime you would consider the best thing for humanity? And she got very quiet, very, introspective. Finally, she looked up and she said, "Indoor plumbing."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my grandma.
Yeah.
Ever practical.
It's like, gosh, so. But yeah, so again, though, we're going to wait for people to sort of pop in. Again, those we're socializing, which is wonderful. And again, we're live here tonight underneath YouTube. We're here every single Friday night. I'm thinking about for July 1st, that weekend, though, it's all up to you, Eva. Well, July 1st, though, I think it's on a Saturday. And then you have July 4th, which since you're in the States, so I'm thinking about actually probably not doing that show that weekend.
No, that'd be fun. That's fine. We're not going to do anything that weekend, so that's fine.
All right. So and yeah, so
4th is on Monday, so no big deal.
Yeah. So it has been announced though that the first weekend, unfortunately, there will not be a show, but you can follow us back actually the weekend after. We will be having live things. Sorry about that. I just came from work. So and my back was frozen today at work.
Ooh.
So
I can relate.
Yeah. So anyway, so let's just get some readings going. Okay. All right, we'll do some readings actually on each other, and hopefully people will be able to pop in. We never know. But yeah.
You start. I did one for Trevor. Your turn.
Alrighty. So I'm going to do actually the Native Spirit cards. These ones here do speak a lot more. There's no description at all. It just gives basically what the card is. And these ones are again done by Denise Lee. So this is who they're done by. The cards are really beautiful. They're really good, gorgeous pictures. It does look like postcards. So I'm going to do the north, east, and south, and west for you. So yeah. Alrighty. So yeah, we're just going to wait for people to pop in. And for those that live in the Waterloo region or close to the Waterloo region in Ontario, Canada, come on out actually on June 25th. Trevor and I, we will be live in person. We will be on Victoria Island on that day. It's Multicultural Day, but as Indigenous Aboriginal people, we will be on the island. There's going to be drumming, dancing, and also great vendors like us. So, all right. So this week here, Eva, what I have for you for the North though is what's basically grounding you for this week. All right, and there's a flow of river. So right there, flowing river. All right, and with that there, what I'm actually getting though is I know though that we were just talking yesterday to do with the weather, since here. And also in Michigan, the weather has been very hot, but you had some rain a little bit. But with the flowing river, the river actually separates Ontario and also Michigan, but it's always flowing, so the way it keeps the current going. All right, and that's what's signaling to you is keep the current going, keep everything positive, so that we can get going a little bit more forward within your spiritual life. The next one that's coming out to you though is this one is what is your current thoughts? All right, gathering your tribe. So last week though was I think the Strawberry Festival, or the weekend before was the Strawberry Festival though that you had. But you were gathering actually your tribe, and with your mom's birthday yesterday, you were gathering actually everybody to wish mom happy birthday. And since your birthday's next week, all right, you're going to gather everybody around you, which is just going to send you the positive energy. Your next one though is self. All right, what is your raising desire? So basically those, what is your raising desire? And this one here is a shapeshifter. So with the shapeshifter, though, what you're going to do, though, is you're actually going to be able to change, since it is going to be summertime very shortly, as of next week, right? Basically, though, is you're going to come more out of your cocoon. All right.
That's good.
All right. So that's what's going to go. Though, is you're going to come out of your cocoon. You're going to shine a lot more brighter. Is what's going to happen with that one. Now, the last one, though, is West. How are you really feeling emotionally? All right, in its grandfather's sky. All right, since you're out in the country, it's saying though that you're gonna be actually probably outside doing a little bit more meditation, but within the evenings. That way, you're spending a little bit more time all together with yourself, and also with your spirits, and also with your ancestors. So that's what I've drawn for you, and that's what your messages are for this week.
You are not going to believe this, but just as you pulled that last card, an eagle flew over.
That is awesome.
It's strange because we do have bald eagles in this area, and there's a nesting couple probably about 10 miles from where I live. So we see eagles, but it was just so funny. And he did this, he did this slow bank. I mean, I'm doing it with my hands.
Yeah.
Just a slow bank around. It was, I'm like, whoa, yes.
Well,
I love cool.
It. That's cool. And again, though, eagles, though, again, though, are like my spirit animal for the sky, right? and they're soaring over top of everything, keeping an eye over top of stuff. So they're keeping an eye over top of you.
Yes, yes.
So yeah.
Where my computer is, I'm right now, I'm looking straight into a wall, but to my left, that way, is 3 big windows, and there's a forest way in the back. I can't move my machine to show you.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. You can explain.
And as I have sat here, I have seen wild turkey, skunk, possum, fox, deer, a woodchuck, squirrels all the time, wild cats, or feral type cats, and buzzards. Well, they're turkey buzzards, eagles, hawks, and I think this one time I saw an owl. I'm not sure. The way the wings were, I think it was an owl. And I thought owls don't fly during the day, but I found out, yes, they do. Yeah. So I get a plethora of native life here, and it's amazing. It's just amazing. And what got me is the one time I saw the tail. I'm going, oh my goodness, that's a skunk. Stay in the house. And she walked across in the field and came out, and there were 4 little ones with her. I was just, oh yeah.
Yeah. Stuff like that is really special, though.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing I like living out here, is you just see all kinds of everything, and it's just, you feel so at one.
Yep.
Okay, your turn. Okay. Tell me when to stop shuffling.
Now.
Okay.
So for those that don't know, Eva does tarot cards, and I do with oracle cards.
They're pretty much interesting.
They're pretty much the same, actually, altogether. So
yeah. The way I read them, I was told I do almost an oracle. I have the 7 of Cups.
Yeah.
The Emperor. The Magician, which is an interesting one. Interesting combination. I love the 7 of Cups. It's one of my favorite cards because it offers all kinds of possibilities. Because if you look at the cups, and no matter what suit, what tarot deck I use, the cups have the same kind of imagery on it. And I'm looking for my other deck. I moved stuff around on my desk. On the junkyard. And I'm looking for that card because it's really interesting. And of course, it's going to be on the last. I'm not going to try and find it. What I find interesting is on the cups. Now, see, if we were online, I could whip it out. That didn't sound right.
I know what you're saying, girl.
But what I like about the 7 of Cups is it's all kinds of possibilities. And if you look, there is some symbolism, but I don't play into the symbolism of it. I look at it as the fact that there are a lot of possibilities in a lot of different areas. And it tells me that within the next little while, probably within the, I did set it for a week. I'm sorry. Within the next week, there's going to be changes that are going to be made, that you're going to have to make decisions on whether you want this or not. Now, the 2 cards I find interesting are can you see the 2 of them together?
Yes, I can.
The Emperor and the Magician. And the only other card that would go with that would be so neat would be the High Priest, or Fed. That represents body, mind, and spirit. The Magician is mind, the Emperor is body, and the Hierophant or the High Priest is spirit.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I say that right? I hope so. I got a hair.
Body, mind, spirit. Yeah.
So this is something that's going to, I keep getting something's going to happen at work that you're going to have to make some kind of decision about. It's nothing serious, because it's like whatever it is, whoever is in charge, the king, the clarification card number 4 is the page of the knight of coins, pentacles, and you're going to be given guidance. So you're not going to be doing this all by yourself. So that's telling me that, it's going to affect both your body and your mind. You may be put into a position where you're going to have to do some more like bookwork type thing. I don't know. You're not going to be out on the floor like you are right now. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picking
That's
up.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's like, gosh, so yeah, because for those that don't know, today at work though, my back kind of gave out. So, and I did go to my head manager and I was talking with her. So yeah. So if it's more paperwork, more office stuff, then that's good then. So
it's good for your benefit, because somewhere down the line you are. I don't know. It's not that I see that you're moving to another job, but I see you moving with your job.
Yeah.
Possibly a promotion, or not so much vertical, but a horizontal promotion. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's down the road a ways. This is just something that's going to show them that you're more than just somebody out on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. So we have a question in. Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. It's good to see, though, that you're joining tonight. Cheryl is basically, though, is what do the cards actually have in store for her? So
I'm doing the reading.
We're going to do the reading for her.
You want first?
All right, and that's for Cheryl. Again, she wants to know what the cards actually have in store for her. So, Cheryl, I'm going to do the Power and card tonight. That's what I do for you. I just did for Eva, though, which was the Native Spirit cards. And I hope, though, that you survived yesterday, especially with the heat. I don't know if you guys, if your area up in just north of us. So she's north of us right now, Eva, but she still lives in Southern Ontario. She's basically like your area. So if you go straight across you is generally her area in Ontario. But I don't know if Eva actually got any rain. That's the one thing I was trying to get to.
We got some rain, not a whole lot. To the north, we got a lot more than we did. Yeah.
All right, so Cheryl, I'm shuffling. One card popped out, but we're going to see what the other cards actually have for you. So I'm going to actually just grab 3 cards. I'm not going to do the normal, the north, east, south, west. I'm not going to do that for you. I'm going to do the 3 cards, and then you do have a bonus card, though, that's with you. So again, though, I grabbed, again, though, was with my left arm. It's closest to the heart. So the first one, though, I'll show it to you. But it's basically those you have a backup plan. So with this one here, you have a backup plan, right, for what's going to go actually on with you. So whatever you're thinking about within the next couple of weeks, though, you do have a backup plan, though, that's actually for you. The next one, though, that's coming to you, though, is a moose, and it's authority. You know what's best for you. Okay, so you know what's best for you, and that's the moose. So that's basically saying, though, is with your plans, all right. You again, those you know what's best for you, which is the strong one. You will not back down. You'll keep on going forward. The next one, though, I was able to draw for you. Again, those I don't know where the cards are. This is turtle, and then it's retreat. Not trying to make things happen. All right. So stop trying to make things happen is very important, though. Things will actually fall within the right suit for you. And also just retreat. Just relax. Let things be. But the very first card, though, that I drew for you, that while I was shuffling, that fell out for you. This one here is monkey. All right. We always know monkeys are actually characters. But it's called the situation. The situation calls for abundance and knowledge, basically. So right there, that's the one key for you. So this first one's popped out. Now, Eva, go right ahead.
Okay. Let's see what the card have to say. Oh, one popped right out. That one over there.
One popped also out for you. That's awesome.
Sometimes that happens.
Yep.
You know what gets me is I've gone to enough fairs, and afterwards you quite often will sit around talking with the other leaders, and some of the same cards will pop up constantly in the same fair. Yep. And it's like weird. Other things will happen consistently with other readers, the same thing, and it's like, okay, we'll just leave that one. Okay, the one that popped out was the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Right now I'm getting the sun in my eyes, so forgive me. First card up was the Eight of Cups, followed by the King of Rods, or the King of Wands, with the Queen of Coins, or Pentacles. Did Cheryl ask a specific question?
So again, though, the question from Cheryl was, what do the cards have in store for her?
Say it again.
What do the cards have in store for her?
Okay. It's time you leave the situation behind. You've been involved with something, it's come full circle, hence the wheel. The Wheel of Fortune is not the Wheel of Fortune, but the wheel that tells you it's time for you to move on. Everything that goes around comes around, or everything that starts comes back to the starting point. And it's time for you to, you're at that start, you're back at the starting point again, and it's time for you to leave it behind. That's what the Eight of Cups are showing you. Leave it behind. It's time. The two King and Queens, or the King and Queen, whoops. If you look at them, they're both looking the same way, and they're both looking at you. And it's like you have people behind you, or spirit is guiding you to let you, if you will let them, and if you will listen to them, because if you do, they will push you in the right direction and show you where to go. You're at a stepping off point. And what I find even more interesting when I draw up the last card, which is the Hanged Man. That one is kind of telling me that, again, you're at the end of a situation, or you're at the end of a series of whatever is happening in your life right now. You're at that end. It's time to let it go and take the next step forward. The Hangman is saying it's ended. Everything here is saying it's ended. Leave it behind. You have a tendency over other situations that you've been involved in. You have a tendency to hold on to things a little longer than you should. Right now is the time to let go. So that's what the cards are telling me to tell you. Okay?
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, and Cheryl actually did type in also. She does say thanks a lot for the readings.
You're welcome.
Plus, also though, is on the 21st is her birthday. So happy birthday from us.
Happy birthday.
From us both, and also from Divine Oracle Readings, and also Haunting Live Podcast. So, so we do have the royalty actually in right now. So the Queen is in, and she's right now watching live. The Queen has typed. The Queen has typed in though that the cards that you were just reading from, she also has the same set.
Ah.
So, and I hope. And I'm gonna say though, Queen, I hope you don't give those cards away.
She has the same deck you do, or the same deck I do?
Same deck that you have.
Ah, the Aquarian deck. That is an old deck. It is no longer published, which saddens me because I love this deck. It's a very art deck type deck, if you can see. I'm just gonna. Here's another. Oh, I pull up good cards to show. Let's see. It's well art deco, you can see. Trying to do this so that you can get an idea.
Yeah.
I love this deck. And like I say, it is the Aquarian deck, and it is it's no longer published. So it's a collector's deck now. Yeah.
Some decks actually do like that, but some of them still are actually in circulation. But the older the cards, the more messages that they actually have.
Yes.
So it's like so let's just do a reading for the Queen. I know the Queen probably had to work today. So so let's just do a journal for the Queen. And for those that don't know, the Queen is Sally Diane. And after Trevor's podcast on Sunday nights, you guys can catch her at Trevor's podcast is Sunday afternoon, but Sunday night, so you can actually catch the Queen of Booga Booga on her YouTube channel. All right. But Trevor's podcast is really good, though. His podcast is live at 4 o'clock, right underneath Haunting Live Podcast. And he has guests every single week. Eva has been a guest, and the Queen has been a guest, and the Queen's going to be another guest. So, yeah. All right. So, Queen, while I was shuffling for you, one card did pop out. And, yeah, so the card I got for you was Answering the Call. Now, with Answering the Call, though, basically, though, is you're going to be receiving messages shortly. This seems like, since there's water around, it's going to be probably closer towards more southern answering call. Family might be able to giving you a call actually all together, spiritually, or even over the phone. And this is actually for you, but answer the call. You have answered the call quite a bit within the spiritual community. And again, though, this card's for you. So that's the first card that popped out. So yeah. Alrighty, so she's also typed in a couple of things online. And with online, though, she has actually typed down, my friends are actually using the call of the antique deck of my death deck, because it is, sorry, my glasses. It is trend. So basically, I guess, so what she's trying to say though is her cards are actually antiques, but they're really beautiful and honest. So short and sweet.
I think she uses the Scapelli deck. The Scapelli deck.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of them. She also uses ruins. So,
yes,
but yeah,
I've never been able to pick up on ruins. Ruins never. They never really spoke to me.
Yeah.
I do numerology.
So what did you get for the Queen?
Well, I got the King of Rods or Wands. I got the Hierophant. There's another excellent example of the Art Deco. The Knight of Coins, Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. What I find interesting is, except for the Hierophant, the order is King, Knight, and Page, although some decks show a page as a female, so it's kind of like the squire of the, or the knight, the equivalent of a knight to the king, page to the queen. In this deck, it kind of is kind of ambiguous, but it definitely has an order here: King, Knight, and Page, with the Hierophant kind of in the middle. That what you are seeking is going to happen. I know it is. This is telling me it definitely is. We had talked about this before. She wants, there's a goal that she's looking for in September, and I don't want to say anything until it happens, but it definitely is going to happen. But there's going to be, it's going to be a situation where you're looking and looking and looking and looking, and all of a sudden it's going to happen. And it's going to happen through a series of really strange or unusual events. So hang in there. It's going to happen. It's going to happen sooner than you think. She knows what I'm talking about. We've discussed this before.
Okay.
So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yep. No, that's wonderful. So, all right. So again, though, is every Friday, Eva and I were here. Eva does with tarot cards. I do with oracle cards. So we're here every pretty much Friday night, except for the first weekend, pretty much for Canada Day and for the U.S. American birthday. We will not be here. We'll be here the following week after. Now we're gonna sort of change topics. And for those that have been watching to do with the posts I've been posting up, just let you know though that it's wonderful that you guys have been following. But for those that don't know, now over in British Columbia, there was a big rally of support that was going on for the children, and that one there is to do with the matter, which is the children basically come first. The big orange shirt that you see right up here. So what had happened though is this is actually a report right from the news, and so there's a big rally. A guy though that was driving the blue truck, it was a blue pickup truck. He turned around to the person in the back, though, that was actually watching everybody in the back for safety, and turned around and said, "Do you guys have a permit?" The person in the back had said, "Yes, we do have a permit. The permit's actually at the front." Now, the gentleman that was actually in this blue truck had no patience at all. He did damage, though. He did drive over 4 people that were actually in the peaceful the peaceful march. Now, what had happened though is they did catch it on the video. They had gone to the RCMP, which for the Americans though that don't really know about the RCMP is the higher rank for police. Sort of like what you guys down there was the FBI, so sort of like that. Anyway, so that they have gone to the RCMP. RCMP actually, as of today, has done nothing. Now, what I'd like to know from you guys, what do you guys think about this? And type it in. We would love to hear from you. And Eva, what do you think? Your mic's off, love.
Sorry.
It's
okay. Okay, like what, in what respect? I found it terribly. Sorry, I just dumped a whole bunch of stuff. I find it almost to the point of being irresponsible, reprehensible that they would do nothing. It's almost like they are condoning condoning racism.
Yeah.
I was appalled. And it just, I just, no, I mean, I put it right up there with what happened in Texas, where the police did not go in and did not go in and did not go in and did not go in, even with all the kids calling and saying, please, please, please. There's no excuse for stuff like this. And it's about time we grew up. I'm sorry.
Yep. No. It's awesome. It's awesome. Because right when I heard it and I watched it actually underneath APTN, which for those that don't know about APTN, it is the Aboriginal actually television network. I was watching underneath the news there. I got very much so upset. And for stuff like that though, yeah, it was not called for at all. So yeah, so all right, so we have a couple of people typing in right now. Cheryl has typed in, is very disgusting for what has happened. Yes, it is. It is disgusting. And also the Queen agrees with that. Again, though, is why would the person drive over top? Again, though, they have the license plate, they have it on video. And again, though, the RCMP is not doing anything about it. They say, oh yeah, we need people to come forward. We need more information. They've already come forward, a lot of them. They even have it on video. So yeah, this is not proper. Since I'm Aboriginal, I'm third generation, I think that a lot of things have to be done more. There has to be more awareness out there. History has had it, and this is still proven. The government has come in, and they've actually stolen a lot of land. And they say that they haven't, but they have stolen land. A lot of stuff has to be brought forward, even especially with the March for the Children. All right, it's very disgusting for what has happened for the children that have actually lived through the damage within the schools. So this summer, though, Trevor and I, we're going to be going up to Northern Ontario. We're going to be going to one of the schools, so that I'm pretty sure that my ancestors were actually in, and it's all ruins there, and the energy is very strong. So, but yeah, so basically, it was with the personnel. There was one person though that was damaged. The other thing though is they were in a coma, but they're okay. They're still here, thank goodness. But yes, it's like gosh, so yeah. All right, so yeah. So again, there's a lot of things that are going on. But yeah. All right, so Eva, if you want to share a little bit more, that's awesome.
Right now, I am so angry. I'm biting my tongue. I look at what has been done to the Indigenous tribes here in the States, and
if you have to twist the words, twist the words.
I'm not even going to attempt. I just, what really appalls me is how, in the name of the white man's burden, yeah, right, what they did to the natives who lived here.
Yeah.
And because they didn't follow, how can I say it? They didn't live the same kind of life as the Europeans. It was savage. It was evil. It was, you fill in the blank. And I read, I love Southwest. I've loved it for a long time. I love Mexico, the history of the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Toltecs, all the different nations there also. And what the Spaniards did to those people was unconscionable. I still get frustrated over it. I mean, history. But the thing is, also keep thinking karma. It's coming back. It has bit the Spaniards. They were one of the big world powers. They no longer are, and they probably never will be. So karma has got them back for the way they treated them. Canada will face its own judgment.
Yeah.
In what they did do. I would like to see the Indigenous people of both countries get back what they should have. And it's like, I remember reading someplace not too long ago that every treaty the United States has with the Native Americans has been broken. They have not lived up to one treaty. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. I just
no, because it's true. It's true. Like it's history, right? But the thing though is, how long will it be until things are rectified? That's the big question though. Is how long until things are being rectified? Cheryl actually just typed in something. Good news. A priest was arrested for sexually assaulting a 10-year-old girl in a residential school. Yeah, that was actually on tonight's news for APTN. And yeah, that happened quite a bit within the schools. There was a lot of that went on, and yeah, it's good though that actually the priest happened, but they didn't get it until they got like X number of people coming forward about this person. The person is 90 years old, but the priest has to go to court. He was not arrested. He was not put in jail. He was actually he was basically told that he has to go to court actually on a certain date. Now we got to find out what's going to go on from that. So again, there's a lot of things that have happened, and things need to be rectified and moved on so that things are going forward. That's why with Eva and myself, Eva's actually in Michigan. For those that don't know, I'm here actually across the river.
And as you are, what is it, third generation?
Yeah.
I am also third generation immigrant. My great parents and grandparents both came from areas in dramatic circle of things. So, and one part of the family just celebrated 100 years in the United States. So it's not like I have any bloodline connection to the Indigenous, but I do feel a certain, I'm not sure what the connection with, if only from a spiritual standpoint. So I'm looking at from a very different standpoint, not only as an American, but as opposed to Canadian, but as an immigrant opposed to an Indigenous person.
Yeah.
And I remember I was in Arizona and I was my as well as, my name. And I said, I'm not even family. I'm here until late. He goes, no. It's what's within that counts.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's like that. So, and that's a great way to actually close. So, and I do say, like, I know that's a great way to close tonight. So it doesn't matter whatsoever. What I would love to do with you guys, though, is basically get you guys to actually share, let your friends know about Friday nights. All right, we do discussions, we do readings here. I need divine oracle readings. It's Eva and myself. So Eva is actually, again, over there in Michigan. I'm over here in Canada. So across the river in Ontario. The two of us actually, we basically met up in a weird way, which was through the Queen of Booga Booga. And we do have to say thank you very much, Queen, for actually sort of getting us to know each other. And yeah, it was just even one day we just started chatting, and that's how we grew connection. So so Cheryl actually did type in thing just before we leave though, and Cheryl did type in, and she said if they were white children, bodies being found, there would have been a huge investigation basically after this, like long after, and that's true.
Yeah,
that's
it is. It's like the big thing here in the States right now. If a black person, what they call is driving while black, and how, in fact, the big thing in Grand Rapids in the state of Michigan, but an officer shot a black person in the back of the head. It's all on tape, and it's like there was no reason for him to do that. Well, he went my taser. I felt threatened. Hell's bells! If that was a reverse situation, you know what would happen.
Yeah.
You're in the States. I mean, there'd be no question. But because it was, and it's like not right. It is not right.
It's not right. No. So anyway, so we would love to send a special shout out to you guys. If you guys know anybody though that is around, best way to do though is actually show them some love, give them a hug. If anybody though that's actually on the streets, help them out. All right. The reason why is because we all need help. So again, those we will see you guys next week. I think it's next week. So that we will see. Okay, all right. So next week we will see you guys live here at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right here underneath Divine Oracle Readings YouTube channel. So from Eva and myself, we do say thanks a lot, and you guys have a wonderful night.
A great night.
Hey everyone, it's Brother Meme Chris here. How's it going? I've got a challenge for you guys. If you guys follow, like, and subscribe, sort of like what's saying right here, I actually need this page underneath YouTube. On 29th of June 2022, I will be coming to you guys pretty much every single day live. So I encourage you guys actually to like, subscribe, share actually to all your friends. That way, a lot more hits. Alright? You guys have an awesome day, and I look forward for you seeing actually you guys like and subscribe. Right here underneath Divine Oracle Readings.
Hey yo.